After reading about Northwest Elementary School and talking with my CT, Miss Sangston, I learned a lot of valuable information about my classroom, the school, and the district as a whole. However, sometimes once you know the reality of a classroom or the reality of any situation, I find it might be there could be some drawbacks of knowing this information. Because one big drawback that I can see is because we have such differing ability levels in my classroom, I don't ever want to make things, so to say, like easier for one student, even though they might be at a lower level. I believe strongly in accommodation and differentiating instruction based on our students' abilities, but I also don't think that because I know their ability level that I should just make it easier for them. We need to push them so that they can grow and succeed. I read for one of my other classes, for an ESL class, that we should always be instructing our ESL students just above their language level, so that way they are being pushed to get farther along in their English. And I think that's something I need to keep in mind, is to make interactions with those kids that might not be talking or that don't want to be by me all the time, because they're the ones that need it the most, and I need to make sure I go out of my way to reach all the students in the classroom, and making sure that the assignments I assign or the assistance that I give are at their level, and challenging them a little bit, but not to the point where they don't understand anything, but also challenging them enough so it's not a walk in the park for them, so to say. It's crucial information to know about our students, that their backgrounds, where they come from, their family lives, their level of ability in the classroom. I think everyone just needs, as a teacher, like, it's important to know where your students stand and then being able to help them the best that you can for each student. Something else that is really hard that I found out from talking with Miss Sangston is, as I mentioned before, we have a student who, for their home language survey, got marked that he another language is spoken in the house, but the reality is he doesn't know another language, but he's also struggling with his English abilities, and this isn't because he's an ESL student, but right now in the classroom we're trying to, my Sangston and other ESL teachers and other administration are trying to assess where he is. So I think that's something that I never really thought about, was that if something got marked on a home language survey or another survey, I just had assumed that it would be true, and the parent, it was not their fault. The grandparents speak Spanish, so they marked that Spanish was spoken, but that's the truth. He has heard Spanish, but he doesn't know any for himself. So I think that trying to, like Miss Sangston is, adjusting and like helping each student based on the needs she knows that they need. So overall, I would say that the benefits totally outweigh the drawbacks, drawbacks of knowing this information, and it's crucial as a teacher and also as a clinical student to know this information about the kids that I have the honor and privilege to work with every Thursday. So I think it's important, but I also do think it's going to be a constant reminder to push the kids to that one level above their ability, but to also give them that assistance when they need it.